Great morning, great morning, great morning, great morning. Hey, folks. Hey, this is Wesley, $1 billion Virgin with another Sunday mindset message. I go live every Sunday here, and I discuss a topic for a few minutes here. And I also give you the opportunity to post your questions here below. Because I know some of you may miss the message in your churches, or maybe you don't have the opportunity, or maybe you don't even go to church, right? So I want you to come to my version. And this morning here, I want to talk about yourself. I want you to learn how to do it alone. And when I'm talking about do it alone, I'm talking about your success. I'm talking about the things that you want. I'm talking about the life that you're trying to create to manifest your dreams and desires here. Okay? So I want you to listen up close here, because I get a ton of people that reach out to me via the DM. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Wesley, $1 billion Virgin. I have many, many different companies. I'm worth about $40 million here. And I live in Houston, Texas here. And I get so many DMs of men and women that consistently say, Wesley, I feel like I'm by myself. I feel like I have no support as it relates to my dream. I feel like no one's on my side. I'm just by myself, alone, trying to make this work. And the reason why I want to talk about this, because I want you to understand is that if you're alone right now in your journey and to the achievement of what you want, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Okay? You are exactly where you're supposed to be. If you see yourself right now, you have no support from friends, no support from family, and you feel like you're doing this all yourself, perfect. Okay? What I want you to understand is, even though as an entrepreneur or a person that's trying to be progressive here on the planet here, there's no obligation from anybody, even the people close to you, to help you, to support you, to compliment you, to give you advice, to encourage you, or to acknowledge you in your journey to become the man or the woman that you want to be. That first generational millionaire that'll be able to do what you want and to be able to obtain total freedom. I want you to really to get that, because some of you feel like something is wrong. I have some of you that feel that it's wrong for you to be alone. It's wrong for you to just to be by yourself. It's wrong for you not to have anybody to mentor you. It's wrong for you to be in a situation and not to have any type of person to lean on. Listen, listen please. Successful entrepreneurs understand this one thing, and they understand it very deeply, that they don't require any support nor help from other people. They don't need no one to lean on. Why? Because it's their responsibility to support themselves. It's their responsibility to lean on themselves. It's their responsibility to seek encouragement from themselves. Okay? I really want you to understand that deeply here, that no one's going to help you. Listen, some people do get the opportunity and get lucky enough to find someone that supports them, that believes in them, that encourages them, that gives them all the words they want to hear on their journey. But let me tell you something that you didn't know. I didn't have that person. When I was in the beginning of my journey, transforming my life financially, I didn't have anybody in my corner. I didn't have a mentor. Okay? I didn't have anybody that encouraged me and told me that, Wes, you could do it. You could do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. No, not consistently. I couldn't call somebody to bounce an ideal off of. I didn't have a mentor to tell me that what I was doing was incorrect. So I had to learn to be formidable. I had to learn to persevere and be resilient. And listen, let me just be very direct here. It's very difficult. It's not easy just looking to yourself for the answers. It's not easy telling yourself every morning that you got this. You're amazing. You're smart enough. You have the necessary intelligence to create and to mature this opportunity. It's not easy for you to repudiate certain habits and vices and all the pleasures of the world. It's not easy to tell your friend that you can't talk to them for the next month. It's not easy to tell your mom and your dad that you can't talk to them for the next 6 months. It's not easy. But listen, it's necessary. Okay? It's not easy, but it's necessary. On this journey, okay, your personal success journey, you will find yourself by yourself, with yourself. And the reason why you're by yourself is because you're maturing in your marathon to become wealthy. Certain people that you used to love to talk to, you no longer want to talk to these people. Hello, who am I talking to? Can I get an amen, please? There are certain people, even at your job, that you used to love going out with, hanging out with, going to lunch with. And now, the conversations with those people are annoying. You don't want to have these conversations any longer. You used to go every weekend, you would go to somebody's house to hang out, have a mimosa, have a drink, just talk shit, whatever. Now you find yourself not wanting to do that. Despising to do all the things of your past. Despising to do all the things that made you feel good. That just took up time. All that means is, if you're finding yourself alone in this journey, it's because you're changing. I want you to comment these words below. I am changing. There's nothing wrong with you being alone and by yourself in this journey. Most people that have major breakthroughs, they are alone. They don't have a ton of people around them. They don't have a ton of friends around them. They are by themselves with themselves. And why is this important? Because when you're by yourself, with yourself, now you can develop yourself without distraction. Can I get an amen, please? Am I making sense here? I receive messages from people as well that say, Weston, I'm so distracted. I'm so distracted by life. I'm so distracted by my significant other. I'm so distracted at my job. I'm just so distracted. I'm so distracted. Well, you're distracted because you are refusing to let people go out of your life. You're refusing to stop and to end doing things that are not conducive to the man or the woman that you want to be. Don't complain to me about distraction, because you are allowing the distractions. Are you not the person that's allowing the distractions that are taking place in your life, if you can't stay in your job and it's distracting you, quit it. If you can't stand your significant other and their distraction, leave them. And I'm dead serious. Don't bitch and complain about it. Don't tell me or other people why, man, I just hate this job. It's just sucking the life out of me and I just can't stand my boss and they don't appreciate me. I'm not making enough money. Quit. Shut your mouth and just leave. What are you going to do? Wait till you're 50 or 60 years old to finally have the balls or the guts to leave a place that is sucking the life out of you? If you're talking negative about your significant other, your man or your woman, and you're telling your friends about how tough it is and how they don't appreciate you, they don't support you, and they want to remain in this average, mediocre lifestyle, and you wish they would change, you're telling everybody, I wish they would change. I just wish they would help me. I wish they would support me. Why don't you just make a move? Why don't you just stop talking so much? Stop complaining so much and leave. Does that make sense? Because let me tell you something. When you complain and share all these stories about your life, or not all the, adversities as it relates to your life, no one even cares. You hear me? No one cares. No one cares about your relationship. Nobody cares about the relationship with your job. Nobody cares about the relationship with your manager, your supervisor, your husband. No one even cares. You think people care. They do not. There are some people in your life, they're sick and tired of you complaining and bitching about what's going on in your life. Fix it. It's very mind-boggling how people feel that if they keep talking about a thing that they know is debilitating them, that somehow God is going to deliver them. I want to talk to you Christians for a second here. Some of you believe the stupidity that God is putting you through it right now, right? Some of you believe, well, God is just putting me through the fire right now, Wes. I'm just going through the fire. God is just, he's chastising me. Listen, you're absolutely wrong. God is not putting you through the fire. God is not putting you through adversities in life. Now, God is not placing and strategically putting challenges in your life. That's what you're doing. You're putting yourself through the fire. You're allowing these adversities and these challenges that are taking place in your life. That is your doing. God has nothing to do with that. What I've noticed about people in general is their unwillingness to take responsibility of their actions and their behaviors. Just their unwillingness to do it. They'll rather blame somebody, God, parents, pastors, mentors, rich people. Listen, if you never look deep inside yourself, if you never go deep inside yourself and begin to self-analyze yourself and say, what am I doing wrong? What am I not doing? Let's be honest here. Am I taking full responsibility of what I'm doing, my actions and my behaviors? Because some of you might say, well, I'm trying everything, Wes. I'm doing everything right. Obviously, you're not doing everything right, crazy. You're not doing everything right, because if you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, you'll be reaping and you'll be making progress. There is something that you're not doing. And I'm not talking about the skill part of it. I'm not talking about the technicalities, the methods, the techniques. I'm not talking about that. A lot of you, it's your thoughts, it's your behaviors. It's the small things that you think are so trivial and you think it doesn't affect your life, and it does. It affects you. If you spend the day thinking about why things are not working in your life, why it's not working in your business, why things are not working in your relationship, that is you. If you choose to exacerbate problems, issues, pain in your life on a daily basis, that is you that's innovating that situation. You are keeping yourself from growing. You're keeping yourself from elevating, and it's you. But we don't want people to say it's us because we don't want to take responsibility. We want to say things such as, well, God got me. God going to fix it. God is not going to fix anything in your life. Are you insane? Why would he fix you? Why would he do anything for you? Most of you are so immature. You're unintelligible. You're lazy. You're lethargic. You're sluggish. You're unhealthy. You're fat. You lie. You cheat. You're a procrastinator. Why would God do anything for a person like that? Stop putting God in your situation and start to take ownership of your situation. You're an adult. You're a man. You're a woman. Take full responsibility of what you're not doing. Almost everybody on this live here tonight or today, you know there's something that you're doing that you need to stop doing. Can I get an amen, please? Be honest with yourself. You know there's something in your life that you're doing that is destroying you, that you need to stop doing right now. Comment the word amen, please. This is called self-introspection. We already know some of the things that we need to do, that we need to stop doing. We are already very aware of this. We know we're not stupid. We act stupid. Some of you know you need to stop smoking so much and stop drinking so much and stop smoking weed or stop being a whore or stop, having all this debauchery, all this casual, a lot of these things you need to stop doing. Stop being extra negative and angry all the time and jealous and envious of others and bitter and depressed. You already know how to pull yourself out of these emotions that are debilitating, that are downward, and that are despondent. You already know how to do it. And the question is, when are you going to do what's necessary so you can live in your life of paradise? So you can have what you want. The things I have in my life, the things that I've acquired, the things that I own, the man that I've become, are from my disciplines. Okay? That's it. It's not my intelligence. It's not because I live in America. It's not because I'm a man. It's because of my discipline. That's it. I am an extremely disciplined person. And to be disciplined is the ability to tell people no. You have to learn how to say no to almost everything. Because you're going to realize almost everything does not align with your purpose. It doesn't align with your dream. It doesn't align with your desires. It doesn't align with everything that you want to do and everything that you want to become. It doesn't align. Got to learn how to say no to people. Men, you have to learn how to say no to women. Got to say no. Women, you got to say no to your girlfriend. I get it. You want to go out, you want to find a man. You know, it seems like the culture today, every woman wants to find a man. I want to find a man. I want to find a man. I want to find a man. Oh, man, I'm looking for a man. I'm looking for a man. Stop it. Start to perfect yourself. Start to build your own, your better habits. Start to develop yourself. Become the type of woman men will attract automatically. Okay? Start to mature yourself. Does that make sense? Any questions for me here? Come at the word value if you got value here this morning here. That was the message for this morning. And I believe all of you learned something. I believe somebody heard something that was life-changing. Something they're going to be able to take next week and make it applicable to their life. They're going to realize being alone by yourself is just perfect. It's necessary. It's absolutely, you're on track. You're not off track. You need to learn how to be by yourself. You need to learn how to get to know yourself. You need to know and understand some of the things that you do that you've never really paid attention to. You need to pay attention to how you get out of your bed. You need to pay attention to your laziness. You need to pay attention if you hit the snooze every single time. You need to pay attention when you're walking around your house. Are you walking around your house with a smile? Are you walking around your house bitter and mad and upset? You got to pay attention to yourself and what you're eating. What are you drinking? Okay? What are you putting in your body? Pay attention to your mood, your attitude while you're by yourself. Pay attention to what you're doing. Are you watching TV? Are you on TikTok? Are you on social media? What are you doing with yourself when you're by yourself? What type of attitude do you have when you're alone with yourself? What are the type of conversations that you're having with yourself? Because you're having them. Almost everybody here is having conversations with themselves when they're by themselves. The question is, what type of internal dialogue is taking place in your life when you're talking to yourself? Are you berating yourself? Are you telling yourself, man, I wish things will be different? Why can I figure this out? Why is this so painful? Why did they do this? Why can I get it right? Or are you telling yourself that I'm amazing, I'm getting better, I'm getting more intelligent, I'm learning more. Today is my day. I'm going to be profitable today. Things are going to work out. I'm going to pass that test. I'm going to tell that person I love them. Which one are you? Which one are you, Gabby? Okay? Carlos? So don't be afraid to be alone. Don't think that it is abnormal to be by yourself. Write this down. You need to be by yourself so you can get to know yourself. Many of you don't know who you are. That's why you don't know what you want to do to make more money. So many of you like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, Wes. I mean, what should I do? What should I get involved with? What industry should I start? Should I do Forex? Should I do internet marketing? Should I do Airbnb? Should I do real estate? Spend time with yourself and have a conversation with yourself. Don't ask me, ask you. It's your life. You're going to live the next life. You're going to live your life for the next 60, 70 years. That's your life, not mine. Why do you want other people to tell you what you should do with your life? You want me to tell you your career, your profession, what business you should start? Hello? Do you not think that you don't have the faculties and the intellect to be able to make a decision about the things that you want to do in your life? It's yours. Own it. Take responsibility. Turn off the phone. Turn off the social media. Lock yourself in your apartment, in your penthouse, in your house, and learn what you want. Think deeply within inside yourself. Write it down. What do I want to do? I want to do this. Why do you want to do it? This is why I want to do it. Write it down. Spend hours by yourself, alone, disconnected from the world. Because the world is nothing but a distraction. It's beautiful. It's great. I love it. But the world is a distraction. It's going to keep you cluttered and disorganized as it comes to your mental psyche. Does that make sense? Listen, you have the tools, you have the resources, you have the intellect to be able to figure it out. Hello, young man. Open your ears. Young lady as well. I want you to understand this about you. As a human being, you have the intellect, you have the smarts, you have the mentality, and you have the opportunity to figure the problems, the challenges that are taking place in your life right now. But to do that, listen, but to do that, you got to be alone. Like if you're confused about what you want to do with your life, you're confused about who you should marry, confused about the man you should select, confused about the woman you should select, confused about your career choice, confused about the business, well, spend some time by yourself for a couple of months and have conversations with yourself, debate over it. Talk to yourself until you discover an answer about what you need to do in this moment to begin to develop your life in a way and become very focused to achieve the success that you want to have. Okay? Comment these words below. I must be laser focused. Okay? I must be laser focused. Okay? And listen, there's only an opportunity for you to be laser focused is when you separate from the distractions of the world and understand that you got to focus on you. Just got to spend time with yourself, by yourself. And it may be tough because many of you don't like yourself. Many of you don't like that you're a procrastinator. You hate that you have habits and bad vices, and you hate that you have all these addictions. Some of you hate how you look. Some of you hate how you smell. Some of you just hate that you haven't achieved anything. Some of you hate that you're still staying with your parents. Some of you hate that you have bad credit. Some of you hate that you're in debt. Some of you hate that you still don't have a car. Some of you hate that you've been to college and you drop out. You go back to college. You drop out again. Some of you hate that you can't keep a job for longer than 2 to 1 year. Some of you hate because you started businesses and you try to invest in companies and nothing ever works out. But listen, you still got to get familiar with that person. Got to talk to that person. Some of you have been in failed relationships over and over again. Somebody cheated on you, somebody hurt you. You feel pain. You kept going back and you're just sick and tired of the dating world. Sick and tired. You don't want to be married again because you had a terrible divorce. And I get it. And you feel so bad because you feel that you did something wrong and it was just all your fault. And maybe you would have did this, selected this person at this time. And maybe you would have seen that red flag at that time. Maybe you would never put yourself in that situation. But listen, you still got to get familiar with that person. And I get it. That person made a lot of mistakes, which is you, but it's okay. You don't have to criticize yourself nor ostracize yourself about the mistakes that you have made. Corporal punishment is not necessary. You don't have to beat yourself up because you've made mistakes. We've all made mistakes. The key is to realize that you made mistakes and be aware of the mistakes you've made and make an effort not to make those same mistakes. Make an effort to make new decisions. Make an effort to learn more about what you need to do to develop yourself as a human being here. Any questions for me before I let you go here? Hey, comment the word amen if you got value here tonight, this morning here. This message was for you. If you have any questions here, listen to me here. And I will post this on my podcast. Go to google.com, type in Wesley $1 billion Virgin. If you want to hear the podcast of the Sunday Mindset message today, feel free if you choose to share it out. Thank you so much. If you choose to tag it out, you can tag it out to your son, your daughter, your husband, your uncle, anybody that you feel that needs to hear a message here today because they feel alone. They feel by themselves and they don't know. Okay. I want you to understand that I love you, and which is the reason why I do this. I have love for all of you. I don't need to know you personally to love you. I love you, and I want you to win. I want you to be financially set. I want you to feel better about your life. I want you to experience positivity. I want you to understand that we live in a world that, even though it feels to be horrific, feels that there are challenges and adversities that are taking place on the planet here, but I want you to understand that there is a light, and that light is shining bright. I want you to understand that there's so much love and joy on this planet here. There's so much money and abundance and prosperity, and you have access to it. You have direct access to it, that you can have it at any given time. The power that you have is inside of you. There's more power inside of you than there's power in the world. That's something that you have to really remember when you're going through it in life, okay? That there's more power in you than there's power in the world. The world has a very, very interesting, cluttered, disorganized power. Many people feel that they're powerless, but I want you to understand that you're powerful, and you will always be powerful, even in your toughest times in life. You are powerful, and that's what you have to remember. That when the walls are built against you, when the gate is locked, when the key doesn't fit, you have to remember that you're still powerful, that you still have that mind of yours, that you can reframe, you can think about situations in a different way, in a positive way, in a way that will lead you to your land of paradise. Hey, this is Wesley, $1 billion Virgin. Much love, and let's go.